Hello, welcome to the Space Between Entertainment San Diego Comic Con live stream. I'm seeing some people here on YouTube. Hopefully, we get some Facebook people too. We're going to be streaming to Facebook, the space between Twitter, and the space between YouTube, I believe. And we'll be taking questions too after the presentation. We're going to be talking about a few things, including my appearance at San Diego. I don't have a booth there. Normally, I'll do a booth for myself and for the company. For this one, I'm kind of just popping around. So you can find me at the Zenoscope booth, the Scout booth, and the Black Mask booth. I'll be posting my signing times and panel times on my Twitter at Pat Shand. But let's actually take a look at my beautiful graphic that I made here. Dude, I'm learning how to StreamYard so well. All right, so here we go. This is our San Diego Comic Con presentation. We have some announcements for Destiny New York, for Smoke We See the Future, and for other things. But first, I want to share a bit about San Diego. I am going to be debuting a non-Space Between title. It's As of the Barbed at Scout Comics. It is a new fantasy comic by myself and Real Burton. We have a metal cover by Liana Kangas, which you can find at the Scout booth. I'll be signing. Now, as far as what you can get from our company is this trading card. This is the latest Destiny New York trading card game promo card featuring Taylor Hart from Destiny New York and Smoke We See the Future. This card, unlike most con promos, is going to be free at the show. If you see me at the show at any signing, as long as I have stock, ask for the card and you got it. For those who are not at the show, we are making it available through our Space Between Etsy. You can find that at etsy.com/shop/space between comics. That is live on our Etsy right now. That will be on Etsy as its own listing from now until the Monday after Comic-Con. And if you want to get that for free, you can actually buy any other item on the store and the card comes for free. So you can get it as a bonus, or you can buy the card outright if you have everything else. And if you do, you're awesome. And what else? What else? What else? Before we go live, before we start talking about these announcements, I want to say thank you so much for Cheeky. Cheeky is our biggest ever Kickstarter. It is on its way to double Thirsty, which was our previous top selling Kickstarter. I'm stunned. Cheeky right now it's still going. We have 10 days left now. The screenshot was taken last night and we're now at $74,000. This dramatically helps us expand this line of adult comics. We did Thirsty first and now Cheeky, and we have Raven Gregory in the comments. Raven Gregory, he used to be a writer. He's long since retired, but he is a good friend. And he actually, hopefully, he and I have a podcast coming soon that we'll share through Space Between Entertainment. He's going to be an employee of mine. All right, now we're going to move on and add a good friend of mine, Mr. Jeffrey Massey. Let me remove Raven to give Massey the full credit here.
Hello.
Hello. This, everybody, is Jeff Massey, who is the assistant editor of Destiny New York titles at Space Between Comics.
Not the assistant to the editor, but the assistant editor.
Oh, I love it.
It's a low-hanging joke.
No, it's good. It's for a show so full of references, it's a classic one. I love you, man. I'm so happy to have you on board.
Thanks for having me. It was nice to hear from you.
And let's show a little bit about what we're doing together. Add to the stream. Boom, there we go. Massey is joining Destiny New York titles. He is going to be editing this year Destiny New York Volume 6, as well as a title that we'll reveal in a couple of slides. But first, Volume 6 is coming in September 2022. We have Volume 5 off to print now. It is hopefully, we've had some trouble with getting books on time from international printers. That is a problem that we're working to resolve. We have had a steady relationship with Taiwan, and they've been printing our books for a very long time now. And we are looking toward, because the problem isn't in Taiwan, it's our port in the States. They are slowing down our deliveries. So we're looking to actually move to Canada and continue printing with the same printer, but outside of Canada, so we can bypass the port and get you all your books quicker. But aside from all that, Destiny 6 is happening this year. This is going to be another gigantic volume. You know, people always tell me to do shorter volumes on Kickstarter and make more money, but I am a hungry hippo when it comes to stories, and I cannot stop delivering these stickies. Massey, what do you have to say about your role in Destiny New York Volume 6? Where do you see us taking these characters?
Well, Pat's going to bring us back to the core of the Destiny universe, where we're going to see more about the relationship between Lilith and Logan. I think everybody was sort of jonesing for that crazy pair to get, well, closer again. So good arc going on that one. Some background arcs as well. Logan's going to find out, I think, more about her history with her prophecy, or we're going to find out more about it. We've got Aberdeen family loyalty issues at play as usual. So some of that's going to end up getting resolved. Lots of favorite characters are banking around. If it's okay, I'm extremely excited to see Cherry get back into the action a bit. So Cherry Gilbert will be making a bit more of an appearance than she had been lately, which I'm extremely excited about. And then, you know, all the rest of the nonsense crew is going to be floating around. And I promise, I made sure that Pat put in more kitties for everybody.
Oh, it's true. It's true. You know, I cannot resist putting a cat in pretty much everything that I write. And what you said about Cherry does ring true for me, because the art actually, this cover, by the way, this cover is by Eliza Romboli, who was the main series artist for volumes 3 and 4, and she stays on as cover artist. But our interiors for 5 and 6 are all by Matteo Leone, who we first met on Cherry Gilbert. So seeing Matteo, I almost just call him Matt, very, you know, nickname me. I saw him sort of break from what we were doing with Cherry in 5, because Cherry Gilbert Necromancer as a standalone was almost like what Cherry would be doing during that volume as its own standalone story. So now we have volume 6 is bringing it all back together, and we do have, you know, a bit of a get back to basics vibe, where we are closing off some storylines, starting some new storylines, and we have Logan and Lilith at the center, but we're also bringing back some of the supporting cast that might have not gotten a bunch of time to shine in volume 5 and to some extent 4. We have some beautiful art by Matteo here, including a spoiler, which I, you know, didn't really want to share up top, but hey, the art is so good, and I want to give you a vibe of who's going to be in it. That is Arvid to the right. Some people have read volume 5 in PDF, but there's a long ride that you have to see for those who stay on the print side. I know that you're seeing art for a book that's going to not be here for a year, and you're still waiting on 5, but just know that we are very invested in the future of this title, and we are now, instead of waiting for the Kickstarter to start production, we are going gung-ho with production before we even fund the book. We have already greenlit the entire slate of the year, and we are moving forward and having the artist fully draw the books. So we'll eventually work toward kickstarting, wrapping up, delivering within months. That is the goal. And Massey has been a great help in helping us realize that goal, because, you know, Shannon and I have been doing this from the start. And as we expand and add more titles, having a new creative voice on the editorial side is helping in a major way. Do you have anything to share as far as experiences in editorial or any Destiny New York history that you want to share before we move on to our next book?
Are you looking for my credentials?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I've edited a bunch of books, not all comics. I've edited a couple of critical collections for academics and all that kind of stuffy stuff. But I'm also, I guess, a card-carrying linguist. So I sometimes find myself sort of just bouncing ideas off for Pat, because he's really good at voices. And one of my jobs is just to make sure that all the voices are consistent. Arvid, for example, I think has a wonderful voice that Pat's found. And a lot of the characters in these series are identifiable before you see the picture because of the way that they speak. And one of the things that I've enjoyed most about working with Pat again on this is just hearing all the voices. And if I can help in some small way with that stuff, then I'm a happy man.
Oh, you certainly do. And I will say, just as a fun anecdote, I was your student back in the day and
Oh, and how the tide has turned.
you assigned papers in linguistics on different slang words. Um, I'm sure that you don't because it's been years. But do you remember the slang word that I chose?
Oh, I do not.
Oh, it is.
Am I gonna be embarrassed? Go.
It was schlong.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
schlong. Yeah,
that's still on the big hit list, by the way.
yeah, definitely a big hit
And do
list.
you remember what it literally means in Yiddish?
Um, schlong in Yiddish, I would say long one.
Fair enough. Snake or stick. Yeah, that's
Snake or
good.
snake. Okay,
Yeah, that's nice.
that's
Good
good.
on you.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right,
Yeah. So Pat and I have a long history.
we sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, schlong history.
We have
Yeah.
a schlang history. Yeah.
All right, so I am gonna say goodbye to you now, and I might bring you back though for smoke weed.
Fair enough.
So stick around, and I'm going to bring on a very surprise guest here to announce our next title. Mr. Bob,
Yes.
we have Bob France, one of the Metal Shark Bros in this motherfucker.
Yes. I like how I get bad words right off the bat, Pat. I like how you're just giving me that carte blanche to swear if necessary. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you know, I kind of feel like a WWE vibe when I introduce you. You know.
I'm cool with that. I mean,
Yeah.
as long as the book is good and we're having fun doing it, then you can do whatever you want, Pat.
Yeah, let's do it, man. This is Mixed Magical Martial Arts. This is a new spin-off of Destiny New York, featuring our lead character in this title, Bailey, who is Logan's ex from Destiny New York, but this is a brand new path forward for her. And it is going to be co-written by myself, Bob France, who is right here with us, and Kevin Cuff.
That's right.
Kevin couldn't make it today, but we do expect to see Kevin on Twitter Spaces after this. So please follow both of us. My @ is Pat Shand. Kevin's @ Bob, do you know offhand?
I think it's at Kevin Cuff. I think.
Right.
If not, mine is at BFrance19. We'll be talking all about all of the space between stuff and MMA, which we're really excited to do. It's a really fun project. And first off, I want to thank you for allowing us to kind of play in your sandbox. I know it's always weird letting other people in, but I really appreciate the effort you've kind of shown to us, and like I said, I used the word earlier, but the carte blanche you've kind of given us when crafting this story and these characters. So thank you so much.
Oh yeah, it's my pleasure, dude. You know, I've always wanted to do a sports book within this realm, and it's been a long time coming that I've tried to, you know, figure out how we get into it. And you and Kevin have both helped me figure out how to take the germ of an idea and turn it into something new and exciting that stays true to who Bailey was in Destiny New York, while also paving a way forward.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it was intimidating at some point because there's such a rich and long history with Destiny and such a rabid fandom that I wanted to do justice. Kevin and I both wanted to do justice to the characters and to the world itself.
Yeah.
So we, when we were first kind of birthing this idea, there was a lot of like, oh man, I hope he likes it. I hope he likes it. I hope the readers of Destiny like it, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like we found a groove. We found a little niche that we're kind of working in, and I think it's coming together really well. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been fun being part of it too. You know, I for books like this where I take more of a showrunner seat, it's been very exciting seeing different energy brought to the titles, you know, because I had Bailey was always a supporting and, you know, at times antagonistic force in Destiny New York. At other times, she was trying to be an ally to Logan, but this is really her on her own for very much the first time. And it's been cool seeing you guys bring it to life.
Thank you. Well, it's been fun too because without any spoilers, we're taking Bailey outside of the Destiny New York kind of setting, and we're sticking her in the middle of like I believe we're sticking her in the middle of I want to say we're sticking her in the middle of like a whole new world for her, which is centered around like magical fighting. And it's been a lot of fun, and we're introducing new characters that are almost Bailey-esque to Bailey. You know, like you can't tell if they're friend or foe, or you know, you don't know what the intentions are of everybody in the book. But it's been a lot of fun to work on. It's been a lot of fun to kind of craft these new characters and to kind of work out the kinks and the characteristics of everybody. I've really enjoyed doing it, and I hope the book attains the high bar that is Destiny New York.
Oh, I'm sure it will, because you have a great sense of character here. And, as you said, we are trying new things while staying true to the mythology of Destiny New York. Bailey, up until this point, we've known her career has been in traditional fighting, essentially UFC style fighting. Um, a bit of the plot in this is that she is ousted from that league because of her history in Destiny University. So we're really seeing her uh, thrown into this arena of magical fighters when she is someone who does not herself utilize magic. She's essentially being accused of cheating with magic and then put in an area where she would need magic to succeed.
Mhm. And it's cool because I feel like we're telling that classic underdog story. Someone who is unsure of themselves in a new place, in a new setting, who are looking for allies, who are looking
Yeah.
for kind of friendship and companionship, and like she manages to kind of find that and find herself along the way. Because when we introduce the character, when we first meet her, she's very much lost
Yeah.
because her whole world has been turned upside down. So it's been fun to kind of help her piece her world back together.
Yeah, it's been a blast doing it, being part of the team with you guys. And you can see here some of the art. This is by Patrick Mulholland, who is actually for those who collect our trading cards, he did the metal card, and this is him doing a full book for us, and it is looking absolutely beautiful. You
Yeah,
can see
the art's a lot after seeing some of the pages. um it gave me and Kevin a little bit of like, oh cool, we're gonna do some more crazy fighting stuff with this, because
yeah.
it looks so good, man. And like I said, and to be a part of the Destiny universe and your space in between entertainment has just been, it's been cool, man. And I appreciate the Vine, and
Yeah.
we're having a really good time doing it.
Oh, sure. I have great respect for you guys. I remember reading Metal Shark Bro, and it felt genuinely funny to me, and it was able to, I found that your style of humor, you have these epic exciting things going on, and so often in fantasy, when an element of humor is added, it is used to undercut the stakes, but you guys kept the stakes high while keeping the laughs pretty high too, and,
Well, thank you.
yeah, and that's very notable to me. And that's what I try to do in Destiny New York too, is that I mean, life is funny, life is tragic. I want my books to feel like everything without undercutting what people are going through, what the journey is. And that's what you guys managed to do here as well.
Well, thanks. And I want people to know too that this isn't necessarily a funny book, but I think it's a cool redemption arc. It's
Yeah.
a cool kind of a story of someone trying to find themselves in a whole new situation. But I think we've all done a really good job of, like you said, trying to find humor in those situations, because sometimes you have to whistle through the graveyard, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you have
It
to
does, yeah.
you have to try to find your joy wherever you can. So
Oh yeah.
it's been a really fun task, and we've really enjoyed the process of it.
Yeah, man. And a cool part about this one is too, we actually flipped the schedule here. This was originally going to come out in place of Destiny 6, but a fun thing is that you, Kevin, and I are going to all be together at Baltimore Comic Con.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I wanted to have this going live at Baltimore, so we can celebrate, share things about the book, and really connect with readers at the show and point them toward the Kickstarter so they can get a piece of this story.
Yeah, and I just can't wait to see you in person again, Pat Shan. You wonderful man, you.
Oh, it's gonna be fun, dude. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited about it.
All right, man. Thank you very much for doing this. I'm gonna pop you out of here as we move on to our next feature. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I gotta run and grab my kids because they're at. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Do you need me for like Q&A or anything, or?
No, you're all set. We could do that on the space later on
That's
if
cool.
you're available. But tell people where to find you.
I am on Twitter at bfrance19, or you can look us up. Kevin and I do a podcast where we've had Pat Shand on numerous times because Pat's one of the most fun people to talk to in comics, and he's just so damn talented. He's doing all this awesome stuff. You can go to thewordbros.substack.com and you can sign up for our podcast and newsletter. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man, and welcome to the team.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, man. All right, Mr. Massey.
Hello.
hello. We Shannon is going to be here in a moment, but
Excellent.
while we wait, we have things to talk about. We are going to move on to our next reveal here, which is the continuing Smokeweed See the Future.
Woo.
Oh yeah, this is we're delivering volume 1 this summer, and it's an ongoing series. We have plans for at least 4 volumes, and volume 2 is going to be happening on Kickstarter this year. This is our beautiful cover shown for the first time. This is by Marguerite Sauvage, and I am so excited to show this one off.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah,
and Taylor Hart, the nicest person in the entire Destiny universe.
oh you say so, huh?
I do believe so.
I think so too. You know, I'll talk a bit about this, about her role in Destiny New York. When I created her, I did have a sense that, you know, in every book series that I read, in every TV series that I watch, people hate the second love interest. And
Sure.
that is a huge trope. And it's a thing that I want to avoid here. So I wanted readers to fall in love with Taylor and make her as organic, a lovable character as possible.
Mhm.
So I'm definitely happy that you also like Taylor. We have Raven Gregory asking, where's volume 1? I wanted volume 1. But volume 1 is off to print, dude. Hopefully it's coming soon. But we're talking about volume 2 here because we are going to keep at least 1 volume per year for the first 4 years of the series.
Cool.
All right. And I have an announcement actually too that I think I didn't even tell you, Jeff, is that we do have our artist Elena Amanetti. She is joining us for Smokeweed See the Future Volume 2. She had previously done a short story in Thirsty, and she did a special chapter in Destiny New York Volume 5 that showed, let's say, a dream of sorts that a character enters into. That is a transformative chapter for the character. So seeing that and seeing how she handles both a standalone story and established characters has been really cool. And it gave me the sense that she can handle and really shape this series into what it needs to be and the energy it needs to have to be an ongoing. And my announcement here is that Elena has not only signed on for volume 2, but she has signed on for volumes 2, 3, and 4.
Wow.
So, yeah,
nice.
so she is going to be the ongoing artist for the entire series.
Excellent.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about Taylor's journey during this book?
Well, without giving away too much of the future.
Right. Hey.
Sorry, it's a little smoke weed joke. Yeah, so Taylor's going to be trying to while being the nicest person in the Destiny universe, navigate a business that is fraught with some sort of, issues. She's got a power that quite frankly is godlike in its sort of understanding of the universe, and yet she's trying to figure out where she fits in that at the same time. How people are interacting with this idea of weed that foretells the future, and how many of her very let's say everyone that she employs has issues. Is that fair, Pat? Yeah.
For sure.
So all these types of what it's like to have the weirdest workplace in the world come together while you're just trying to make a living, just selling your everyday average prognosticator's weed. It's a lot of stuff going on at the same time. And of course, we've also got, well, maybe not of course, but in the background, there's also some nefarious stuff involving avian named pseudonyms.
Yeah. Wow. Very
Didn't know how much to give away there. That's a one.
Poetic yet vague. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, what I'll add here too is that a major part of bringing you on is you have asked questions about the way that this weed works and how it impacts the real world and aspects about these characters that has made us really think about new ways to take this title into the future. And it's been really fun working with you and figuring out how to, shape this into a book that is existing in Destiny New York and the overall universe, while also having very much its own energy because, Cherry and Gangster as Barista, they may have sequels, but they're not ongoing series. This is our second ongoing series, so it needed to really have its own vibe.
Yeah, and I think you did a smart move by moving it to the other coast again, and then it keeps its own sort of identity in that sense geographically. But again, the general vibe of the show or the storyline is, I think, distinct from Destiny as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I believe that we have Shannon here. Shannon, can you hear me?
Hey, we're a family.
I think you're on mute right now.
Hi.
Hey, hello, welcome. We have Editor-in-Chief Shannon Lee here to talk about Smoke Weeds to the Future Volume 2. I think that maybe something happened.
Uh-oh, now she can't hear us.
All right. Let's remove Shannon for a second. We'll have Shannon pop out the back in, and that should refresh it. Okay. Yeah, so Smoke Weeds to the Future 2. We have some returning characters from Volume 1, and we're definitely subverting some ideas from Volume 1 as well. We had a villain in Volume 1 that is almost half villain, half love interest, and she is a character that I'll say will keep you guessing. And Massey, you had a pitch for a character as well that was very transformative for the future of this series.
Did I?
You did, and we of course can't say what it is.
No, I did. I would never.
Yeah, but you have definitely brought some fun and interesting energy to this title. Now,
Thanks. And it's not just another cat.
No, it is not just.
It's also another cat, but not just. Oh, sorry.
Right. How would you say Taylor being the nicest person in the Destiny universe? How does that impact her role as this person leading essentially what is a form of therapy here?
Sure. I think that she's incredibly. I think, as you said, she's the second love interest, but that you still root for her in almost every way for me. She's one of my favorites. But she's always trying to do the right thing, it seems, in my mind. And I think she is literally just trying to be a good person. And that doesn't always work out in the real world. And the decisions that she's put up against don't always have easy, good guy answers. And so watching her navigate what I think is her innate niceness and the practicality of running a weed business, that other people have a less altruistic interest in, is an interesting kind of place to put somebody. So you do root for her, I think.
I think so too, and it's been fun sort of pushing forward because Volume 1 has a very, it has funny and light elements, but the problem at the center of the book is a pretty intense problem. We wanted to definitely see devices not connected. That's Shannon too.
I'm guessing.
1 second, everybody.
That's okay. I'll just sing for a while.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully Shannon can come back. Let me just tell her that her mic wasn't working. Sorry, guys. All right. Hopefully we can get Shannon
in the
there.
future.
Yeah. All right. So Smoke Weeds to the Future. We are definitely doing high stakes in a very different way here. We're doing a bit of a more standalone, fun romp of a volume here, where she comes into conflict with a bakery, a vegan bakery next door to the weed farm.
Yes, but no guns a-blazing. It's not quite that kind of.
Right. And we are introducing new characters here, including let's see if we can see. If you guys make it widescreen here, you can see the lead character in this vegan bakery. Her name is Sarah Cornwallis. She's going to be a major factor in the future of this title, and Shannon is trying to get in, and it's just not working out for her. it's okay. Hopefully she can get her devices connected so we can get her in here. But let's move on. This there we go. So this is Sarah. She is having a vision here that had to be bleeped out. This is actually not a future vision though. We have a character in Smoky Seeds to the Future named Priya who has a different power. She's a psychic. So this is her kind of not seeing Sarah's future, but getting a sense of what's important to her and her vibes.
The importance of eggplants cannot be overstated.
It's very true. It's very true. Yeah. Unfortunately, Shannon's devices are not working, so I'm just going to keep showing slides here and see if we can move on. Here's some more beautiful art from Elena.
That is great.
This is our character Connie. And now we're moving to the final section. And Jeff, if you would just hang out with me here. This is Jen's Gems. We're doing for every Space Between release in 2022 and one in 2023. We're doing a line of Jen's Gems covers. These are variant covers by Jen St. Ange. She is an incredible artist who we worked with since as early as Prison Witch Volume 1, and she has been delivering amazing variants that have been revealed so far, including Prison Witch 3 and Cheeky. These are all branded with the Jen's Gems logo, and when it's all said and done, they all have a special stamp on the back. They're all very collectible, and they are all, of course, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reveal here our very next Jen's Gems cover, which is for Destiny New York Volume 6. This is my very first time showing this. Hasn't been seen on my newsletter, Twitter, social media, anything. This features a sort of a old school gangster version of Lilith, and it is looking quite awesome here.
That is excellent.
It is. I'm very happy with that one. And we have one more show, which is the Mixed Magical Martial Arts variant, which features Bailey and our new character, Noelle. Now, that is all we have for Jen's Gems right now. Jen was possibly going to come on, but unfortunately was not able to make it. But I'm happy to show her her beautiful work here. And I'm just having some technical difficulties with Shannon's little thing trying to get in. But I'll keep moving on. Here, we're toward the end here. We have one last topic here. This is the Destiny New York trading card game.
Woo-hoo.
We have been doing promo cards for every convention appearance that I've made, for every signing, and for every Kickstarter. The current one that you can buy, I'll show you guys in person right here. It is right now on our Etsy, Space Between on Etsy. It is etsy.com/shop/Space Between Comics. And I'll show you right here our beautiful Taylor card, the nicest character in Destiny New York. It's by Joe Picard. It's holographic. You can see the beautiful shine there. That, if you are at San Diego Comic-Con, find me. My schedule is going to be on Twitter, at Pat Shand. I'm going to be signing at Zenoscope, at Scout Comics, and at Black Mask Studios. The card will be in a stack right in my pocket. Ask for it. Boom, it's yours for free. Normally at a con, the cards are $5, but at the con, they're free. And on Etsy, they are, I believe, $7. Let's see. I'll tell you exactly what it is now. They are $6.50 at the Etsy. So come through. Oh, hello. We have my wife Amy and the co-writer of Cheeky right here.
Hello.
Woo-hoo.
Hi.
The tiny little space you're in here.
It is. Do you want to slide in?
No, it's okay. I just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
meet Amy.
everyone. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you too.
Go ahead. I just want to be here.
Okay, yeah. This is toward the end of it. You know, we have we're showing this card here. You can get it on Etsy right now. And if you want to get future cards, you can get them through the Kickstarters, through Etsy, through con appearances. I'm showing some future cards here. These 3 are going to be available through the Destiny New York Volume 6 Kickstarter. These are all in a tier. There's going to be a Cherry Gilbert card that's free, but these 3 are in a tier. And and then these 3 will be also featured on the Mixed Magical Martial Arts campaign. The Logan card and the Noelle card are going to be in a tier, and the Bailey card is going to be free. And that is it, you guys. That is all we have to show today. I feel so bad for Sharon that she couldn't make it in. She was here for one mean, 5 glorious
That-
seconds.
That was a guest shot right there.
Yeah, that was very-
Cameo.
a guest appearance, you know.
I heard her voice.
Yeah, so brief. But thank you to everyone who watched. Jeff, thank you for hanging out.
Hey, Nada.
And Bob, thanks for coming through too. If you want more from us, you can find us on Twitter Spaces. I believe 7 or a bit after 7 Eastern tonight. We're going to be, it's me, Kevin Cuff, and possibly Bob, and whoever else talking about mixed magical martial arts and potentially other stuff. But for now, I'm at San Diego in 2 days. I'll be there Friday and Saturday. And yeah, we have a fun year of work ahead. And I mean, I don't want to cut you off before you share any goodbyes, Massey. So please go ahead.
Bye.
It's beautiful. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. We are out.